Think of Superman, Batman, and the entire DC Comics universe. These names are legendary. But what if I told you the man who started it all, the visionary who paved the way for every superhero we know and love, has been almost completely written out of history? His name was Major Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson, and this is the incredible story of the unsung hero behind DC Comics. Before the 1930s, comics were mostly just reprints of newspaper funnies. They were cheap, disposable entertainment. But one man saw a different future. Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson, a former US cavalry major and a prolific pulp fiction writer, had a revolutionary idea. What if comics weren't just reprints? What if they contained original stories with original characters, created specifically for the comic book format? In the midst of the Great Depression, a time when most businesses were failing, Wheeler Nicholson took a massive gamble. In 1935, he founded National Allied Publications and released New Fun, the Big Comic magazine. It was the first ever comic book filled entirely with new material. This was a radical shift. He wasn't just reprinting old jokes, he was building new worlds. He transformed comics from simple strips into sprawling adventure narratives, essentially pioneering the graphic novel format decades before it had a name. His company was the seed that would grow into the mighty DC Comics. He followed up with New Comics, which would later become Adventure Comics, a title that ran for over 70 years. He was an innovator in every sense. He developed new distribution and syndication methods to get his comics into the hands of more readers across the country, expanding their accessibility like never before. He was building an empire from scratch. This is where the story takes a tragic turn. Despite his creative genius, Wheeler Nicholson constantly struggled with cash flow problems, a common plight during the Depression. To keep his dream alive, he had to seek outside financing. He partnered with Harry Donenfeld and Jack Leibowitz. In 1938, this partnership would publish the single most important comic book in history, Action Comics #1, featuring the debut of a character Wheeler Nicholson had greenlit, Superman. The superhero genre was born and the world of pop culture was changed forever. But the Major wouldn't get to see his vision fully realized. Just as his creation was about to explode into a global phenomenon, his financial troubles caught up to him. His partners forced him out, and he lost control of the very company he founded. His name was scrubbed from the history books, and the credit for his innovations was claimed by others. For decades, the true founder of DC Comics was a footnote, if he was mentioned at all. But a legacy this powerful can't stay buried forever. Today, his granddaughter, Nikki Wheeler Nicholson, is on a mission to restore her grandfather's name to its rightful place in history. Through her own publishing company, she's not just preserving his story, she's continuing his spirit of innovation. Her company collaborates with new artists and writers, creating fresh comic narratives that blend tradition with modern creativity. She actively engages with the comics community, reminding us all where these incredible stories came from. By honoring the past, Nikki ensures that future creators have a rich history to draw inspiration from. Her work highlights the importance of remembering pioneers like her grandfather, whose courage to create something entirely new during one of the toughest times in history gave us the heroes that continue to inspire us today. The story of Major Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson is a reminder that behind every great legend, there's often an unsung hero whose vision made it all possible. Thanks for watching. If you were as fascinated by this piece of hidden history as I was, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories you thought you knew. See you next time.